Harry, on a scale from 1 to 10, tell me how you feel today about going on an interview and feeling confident about your interviewing skills.
Finding work can be tough, but for the job seekers in this Jersey City classroom, it's even tougher, because all of them have done time behind bars. Crystal Turner is one of them. She did 4.5 years for conspiracy to commit aggravated assault. She says she's paid her debt to society. But in job interviews, the conversation always gets around to the subject of her criminal record.
They lead you on to thinking that you have the job. And then once that question comes up and you give them that answer, it's done.
So Crystal came to Martin's Place, a prisoner re-entry program in Jersey City, where she gets housing, job hunting tips, and emotional support from people like her social worker, Shay Callie.
2, 1.
The program was launched last year with bipartisan support. Its goal is to cut the recidivism rate by offering 3 critical elements: drug treatment, sober housing, and job training, and to help former prisoners reinvent their lives. Heading up the operation is former New Jersey Governor Jim McGreevey, who has himself reinvented his own life. He's become an advocate for prison reform after his scandalous resignation in 2004. He says these ex-offenders need help changing their life stories.
They have a narrative in the back of their mind. I'll always be an addict. I'll never be a good mother. I'll never hold down a job. And so part of what we try to do is to change the narrative. Your past life need not define you.
According to the Department of Justice, nationally, 2/3 of prisoners are arrested again within 3 years of their release. Martin's Place, which has been open less than a year, says their recidivism rate is much less, 23%. McGreevey says he is helping to replicate the program in 5 other New Jersey towns and has interest from the mayor of Philadelphia and the governors of Pennsylvania and Delaware.
I think it's interesting when employers see how many people are hungry to work, passionate to work. They don't want to go back to jail or prison. They don't want to go back to a shelter. That begins to change their mind.
Since they opened, McGreevey and his team have placed scores of people in all sorts of jobs, many of them in construction. Jamil Al-Mansour is one of the approximately 200 people the center has helped into work. He now has a job installing solar panels for a roofing company in South Jersey. Having done 25 years in prison for bank robbery and escape, he is determined to stay working.
I always have to do my best because I don't want anybody to say that I wasn't capable of doing the job.
Crystal also hopes to get into construction, and her social worker is certain she'll achieve that and more.
I think she's going to volunteer. I think she's going to continue to take care of her grandmother. I think she's going to, continue being a part of faith-based communities, going to the church, maybe join a choir. So I just think she's going to have a really great, regular life, I hope.
For all of the people at Martin's Place, that's the goal. Not a life behind bars, just a regular working life. For NJTV News, this is Tara George.